Good day, everyone. Welcome to Samut Sari. Welcome back to my subscribers. Are you interested in dolls and dollhouses? Previously, I posted a video about handmade dolls that were made by my friend Monette. I hope you get a chance to watch her video so that you can see her wonderful dolls. Today, I'm featuring miniatures, hence the title, It's a Small World. These miniatures were made by my childhood classmate and friend, Fay. Fay is very private and is rather camera shy, so you will see her work and hear her voice as she talks about each piece. You will be amazed by her attention to detail and her patience in making her miniatures. Just like all my featured artists' work, Fai's miniatures will make you smile. So please welcome Fai and her miniatures.
Hi everyone, my name is Fay Balderas-Ejercito. Sarah was my classmate from preschool through the grades and high school at St. Scholastica's College, Manila. For college, I went to a Jesuit university in Loyola Heights. Since then, I've been a government writer, magazine editor, and Montessori school teacher. But mostly, I've really been happily wife and mother, so I'm rather used to staying home and keeping myself occupied during everyone's downtime. You could say that COVID has imposed extended downtime for everyone in the National Capital Region in the Philippines, so I've had to up the ante and find other productive ways to keep my time occupied and myself sane. In this video, Sarah has graciously allowed me to share one of those ways with you. I've been making DIY miniature houses for over 3 months now. It started when my daughter decided she would move to her own place at the start of 2021. She knew we would have enjoyed decorating it together, but the pandemic rendered that impossible. To address my frustration, she and her fiancé gave me a DIY miniature kit last Christmas. I was overwhelmed with the gazillion parts, plus the fact that the instructions were in Chinese. But as a challenge to myself, I made myself plod on. It took all of 30 hours from December 28th to the end of the old year. I realized that making the kit was so absorbing, I did not notice how time just passed me by. I loved how the materials could be repurposed to create household items, like beads and wire to make tea kettles, barbecue on sticks, or fruit in bowls. Seeing a finished room gave me so much fulfillment. Not to mention seeing a complete house. Because I posted my daily progress on Facebook, 2 other people surprised me with additional kits come New Year. My sister gave me a cut and fold booklet of Manila's walled city Intramuros, designed by a fine arts graduate from the University of the Philippines. A friend who herself makes miniatures sent me a kit for a small sitting room. This started me on a never-ending search for affordable kits sold online. Generally, I chose kits that had meaning to me, like a schoolroom, because I was once a teacher, a writing desk, because I was once a writer-editor, or a room that reminded me of my daughter's bedroom when she was 5 years old. I realized then that I preferred kits of single rooms to whole houses, They were obviously faster to make and thus made fulfillment more immediate. They also generally focused on one new skill to learn, like this cake shop, which taught me how to create cakes out of layers of colored felt. Because I didn't have a lot of space to store the finished products, and because I enjoyed the journey of making them more than the possession, I started giving them away to friends who wanted any of the pieces. This gave me an even greater fulfillment, seeing the joy it brought to other people. Gradually, I graduated to more complex designs that required numerous elements to create. Books and bookshelves for a library, coffee cups and urns for a coffee shop, plants and flowers for a greenhouse, bolts of cloth and yarn for a sewing room. But perhaps the most fulfilling miniature house I have ever done came as the result of a challenge from an art-loving friend. He wanted me to recreate Van Gogh's bedroom in Arles. Since there was no kit available, I had to source parts from several existing kits, cut them to size, or repaint them. Many parts were not even available in any of the kits, so I resorted to repurposing found objects, a challenge during this pandemic when one cannot just go out to the stores and find things. I used glue tops from my bowl and drinking glasses, fibers from cloth, and a throwaway piece of balsa wood for a brush. I enjoyed the research involved in recreating the room. More importantly, I enjoyed that it turned out to be a collaborative effort from friends in Facebook who followed my progress. They sent links for further research and links for the sourcing of materials like paint. I also cannot stress enough how wonderful it is to embark on a new project and be armed with the encouraging words of friends every step of the way. Another extremely fulfilling project required tweaking an existing kit to suit the recipient. A church-loving Korean novella-obsessed friend expressed hope that she would get one of my houses. I could not find a kit to match, so instead I used an existing kit and added elements that were peculiar to her situation. A framed photograph of her family, a book featuring her current read on the cover, a birthday cake because we share the same birthday. It helped that by now I had picked up the skills needed from a myriad previous kits. The finished products range in scale from 1:12 to 1:48. A few are full houses with second floors like this Greek summer house. The largest I've made is 26.5 by 18 by 23 centimeters. The smallest ones were these sets that measured 10 by 10 by 12.5 centimeters. I had nowhere else to store the kits that have remained with me, so for now they are just sitting at the top of my bookshelves. As you can see, there is no more space left, so my journey has come to a natural end. Today, I have moved on to a slightly different format. They're called book nooks. These are miniatures that take the form of a book and are meant to sit in between books on a bookshelf. When lit up, they look like little portals on your shelves to worlds otherwise imagined. In this journey, I have made quite a number of mistakes. One of my most major ones was this alley, modeled after the original book nook by Japanese designer Monde in 2018. The kit came without instructions or a photo reference, so I worked blindly, ended up with too many unused parts, and to this day still have no idea whether I came close to what was intended. But I have also had some triumphs. Because the book nooks were generally travel related, I was disappointed that there were no kits available that were Filipino, so I decided to make one myself. It meant using materials I already had on hand, but using techniques that I had learned from previous book nooks. The background came from a printout of a painting by national artist Fernando Amorsolo. The 3D pieces were born out of suggestions that came from friends who watched my progress online. To date, I have done 33 pieces. Meanwhile, I've got 2 more kits waiting to be made. Thank you so much, Sarah, for giving me a chance to share my obsession on your channel.
I hope you enjoyed watching Fay's video as much as I have. It is always a joy to be able to showcase the work of family and friends as a means to focus on positive things around us during this pandemic. I would like to express my gratitude to Fay for trusting me and allowing me to showcase her work. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to this channel as we continue to feature videos that will foster positivity. See you next time.